So one thing I wanted to go deeper into is the interoception, which I believe you've done some research around. I mean, as far as I understand, you have exteroception, where we look at the senses, like the eyes, the ears, like what's happening outside us, and then interoception is when we look inside, whether it's the breathing or something else. What have been some of the most interesting things you've learned when you've studied interoception of human beings?
So interoception for me was like the union point between meditative practices and also slow breathing practices, because in some way they both um, are related to our body and to our bodily sensations and to our bodily information. So when I moved to the university where I'm working now and started to study interoception, I was really interested in finding respiratory interoception related outcomes, and I delved deeper into the scientific literature about how respiratory interoceptive signals can modulate brain activity and also brain functions and cognitive and perceptual and emotional functions. And but I saw that most of the literature is related to how breathing is able to modulate the external perception of the world and also like emotions, um, yeah, visuospatial objects, etc. And I was interested in finding how respiration can instead modulate the perception of our body. So it's a kind of interoceptive modulation of our interoceptive signals. So how respiratory phases are related to the perception of our body, because like in meditation practices, in slow breathing practices, there are people that report to being better able uh, to anchor to their body during a specific respiratory phase. And in particular, as I found out later, this respiratory phase seems to be related to the exhalation phase and then to the transitions between exhalation and inhalation. So it seems that in these specific phases, our brain, our neurocognitive system should be better able to detect bodily sensation, and by extension, it seems that should be related to higher bodily awareness during exhalation compared to inhalation. And so that's what we found here in our latest studies from 2022 to 2024. We showed that the perception of our heart, of our cardiac sensations, is improved when we exhale compared to when we inhale. And that was very interesting for me, because it seems that um, our breathing activity not only modulates how we perceive the world, but it also modulates how we perceive ourself, our bodily self in particular. So, as a consequence, modulating breathing, this is just another proof that by modulating breathing, we can also modulate our mind-body connections, our mind-body relationships, which are related to health, of course, to psychophysiological health.